Hello YouTube, I'm Aussie Dranza and this is another TCGO pack opening video. I'm a bit rusty because I haven't actually filmed in over a week now. I've been a bit lazy and I decided to come back with one of these pack opening videos. I have 38 Phantom Forces packs. I got 6 Furious Fist, 3 Flash Fire, 3 Plasma Blast and 1 Boundaries Crossed. I got most of these from opening the Venusaur tins. You've probably seen that come up. If you haven't checked it out, definitely do. But yeah, definitely check those out. Anyway, let's just start off. We'll go with the Phantom Forces last, I think. We'll start with this Boundaries Crossed. Open that one up. What we're gonna do, we're not gonna look at every single card. We're gonna basically try and see what the best card in the pack is. Get that one up, the rare most likely. And we'll do it that way. Okay, so let's open this guy up. Alright, so in this pack we have what looks to be a pretty cool art Darmanitan. So he's pretty sweet. Damage Counterpunch. If this Pokemon has any damage on it, it does 60 more. Yeah, that's alright. That's not bad. 120 damage, 3 mana. Sorry, 3 energies. I've been playing a lot of Magic lately. Probably the best card in the pack. This Emboar, he's in the little starter set. We get Togepi, not so great, and this Skarmory. Otherwise, everything else is fairly standard. Okay, so we're moving on to Plasma Blast now. We're going to open one of these up. Let's have a look. We got this Octillery here. Looks pretty cool. Sharpshooting and Bubble Beam. We have the Turtwig. Who's got Prehistoric Call. If this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put this Pokemon on the bottom of your deck. That's not too bad. That's pretty interesting. And what's the rare? We've got Wartortle who looks cool, but he's just a Wartortle. And the rare in the pack is actually this Machamp, which has amazing art. That art is just insane. He's got 150 health, Badge of Discipline. The damage of each of your fighting Pokemon's attack is unaffected by resistance. That's nice. And Close Combat. 4 mana, so a little bit of an investment, but flip a coin. If tails, during your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is increased by 30. Ugh. But I mean, 120 damage is pretty sweet. I think that's really good. Nothing much else in the pack of note, so we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one, let's have a look at the rare. We get Electros, 140 HP, Crush and Burn. Discard as many energy attached to your Pokemon as you like. This deck does 30 damage times the number of energy discarded, so it's a good finisher kind of. Thunder Tempest, flip 4 coins, this deck does 50 for each one, so potentially 200 damage. You know, it's up to chance though. So, man, I got my camera, my little camera piece. I'm just gonna move this over here. I just want to look straight at the camera, but I keep looking over there because that's where it was on my screen. In this pack, apart from that, there's just the fossil. There is this Lileep, but nothing else too special. Plasma Energy. That's pretty much it. Oh, this Throw. I mean, he's a common, but he has really cool art. I like it. Okay, let's go to our final Plasma Blast pack. We get the Master Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So, that's pretty nice. Excavaveur's in the pack, also a rare, has Steamroll and Slashing Strike. And this Ursaring, who's just a uncommon, but, oh, look at the art on Shelgon. That's pretty funny. It's just like floating in space, like a big ball, beach ball or something. And that's it for that pack. So we're up to Flash Fire now, getting very close to our Phantom Forces packs. Let's open up the Flash Fire. Oh, get this nice Golem, or Golem, whichever way you want to say it. It says Stone Edge, flip a coin. If heads, it does 30 more damage. So potentially 90 damage and Explosion, but it does 100 damage to itself. So it doesn't actually wipe itself out, which is interesting. Usually Explosion does that in the actual 3DS games. Any of the games, truly. Okay, so he was cool. We get this Shift Tree. If you watch Shady Penguin, who is a poker tuber. He does some TCG matches, and he has a really cool shift tree deck that I like to watch. Does a lot of work. Seems to has this leaf draw. It always has a nice full hand and stuff like that. So not too shabby. Anything else of note? We have 2 different types of Sneasel. I think the art on this one's a little bit better. We have Caterpie, who's nice and strong because you can evolve it in the first turn. I don't think that makes it any good. And sweet art on the Geodude. Alright, let's open our next pack, Flashfire. It's just taking a second to load. We get the Florges, one of our rare here. Not too bad, not as good as the X that I cracked in the actual physical booster packs. We get this Ferret, who's also a rare, has cool little art, he's flying towards you and stuff. Apart from that, not much else of note in this pack. So let's move on. One more pack here. We get the Durant. So it goes, chip off, discard cards from your opponent's hand at random until he or she has 4 cards in hand. And X-Scissor, which does 20 damage plus 20 ether. So nothing special really. Anything else in the pack? What about this guy? No, not really. So kind of lucked out there. So let's go to Furious Fists, see what we can get in them. We get the Tornadus. I've opened heaps of Furious Fists, so we won't go through too many of the actual other cards in the pack, but Tornadus isn't too bad of a card. In this one we get Leafeon, bit of a dud rare in that. We get the Poliwhirl, but nothing special really. Next pack, we get Electivire. There is an Electivire Magmortar deck, which I saw online, I thought was really interesting. It's not hyper competitive, but it's fun to play, so yeah, that's not bad to get that card. This one here, we just get the Breloom, so far nothing too special from all these packs. And finally, we crack ourselves a Mega Heracross X. So, an X card, some trade value. I mean, I'm not sure how common he is actually to be played, but for 3 mana, I mean, it takes a little bit of effort to get this guy going, but for 3 mana, 180 potentially, depending on how much damage you've taken, with 220 health is pretty good. I mean, you're going to be able to kill most things, most EXs even. Like, a lot of them won't survive this. Anything else in the pack? Not really. So far, this is definitely the highlight of our pack opening. And here we have just another dud pack, just Breloom and this Watchdog. Now we get to probably what you guys have been excited about. We have the Phantom Forces booster packs. We're just going to smash through them and mainly look at the rares, same way we've been doing. So what do we get here? We get an Exploud. I would say that's a dud rare. I do like Exploud though, but nothing special in this pack. We also get, no, Lipard's just a common, and just some other scrub cards. Alright, we get the Levani in this one. You guys can take a look. I'm not going to read out every card because these videos will take forever if I end up reading everything. And this Enhanced Hammer, I do like this. Discard Special Energy. Special Energy is becoming a really big part of the game, so that card's not too bad. I got 2 in this pack as well. Not to mention the Night March Pumpkaboo, which Night March is storming the TCGO meta, so not bad there. We get a Mighty Enna, another dud I would say. Let's move on and see if we can get something interesting. So we've got Galvantula here. I mean, Joltik is useful because it's got Night March, but I'm not sure how useful this Galvantula is. If anyone's using it in like in their decks online or in the physical game, let me know in the comment section what way you're using it, like how you're using it. So here we have Mashana, another probably dud I would say. These packs haven't been fantastic. Hopefully you're still here because we do have 34 to go and we're bound to get something interesting. We get the Chandelure. I actually really like the art on this. Like, it looks like it cracked a jelly bean or something, or a rainbow. It's pretty cool. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opposing attack, flip a coin. If heads, the attacking Pokemon is knocked out. That is really crazy. And Curse Drop's not bad. 6 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. I mean, this Chandelure does work. This is actually a good card. We get the Klefki here. Call for Families, interesting. Dull Light, not bad. Not bad. I mean, the only thing I don't like about this Call for Family is it's not colorless, and so you have to actually run the Steel Energy in your deck. We get a Yanmega. Bit of a dud. Not too interesting. Other cards in the pack. I mean, this Wobbuffet, he's not even a rare though, so nothing too bad. This pack here, we're gonna get. Ooh, we actually get the Gliscor, and I was trying to figure out a deck with this guy. So Submission Hold is really strange because the opponent can't put an energy on the defending Pokemon. So if Gliscor comes in against, I don't know, you've knocked out their current Pokemon, something comes in, he needs to get energies down on it. Submission Hold isn't too bad. I mean, it only does 20 though. There's got to be some kind of deck like a restriction, like where you restrict your opponent from doing anything. Okay, so we have 31 more packs. We get a Heatran in this one. I mean, I think it just takes too many energies. Like, I've probably mentioned that in our other pack openings. So, Talonflame, which I do like. I actually like this guy. 130. Flip 2 coins does 30 more damage each. Potentially 90 damage with just 1 energy. 30 guaranteed though. And Jet Shoot is good for just like coming in and sniping those EX guys. Who's got a bit of damage on them, but they've got a ton of life. It's not too bad. You just got to be careful because the crackback is going to hurt. Next pack, Venomoth. Another bit of a dud, I'd say. We won't stick around in that pack too long. What do we got here? We got Diggersby. We've got Earthquake on this guy. Costs 3, but I mean, you can double colorless this guy up and use Smithereen Smash. Discard energy attack to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's pretty good. I mean, you do flip a coin for it, but I really like the effects which remove energies, because a lot of people play a small amount of energies and a lot of ways to siphon through their deck and get those energies. But if you're discarding them, you're really putting pressure on their energy base. And this does 10 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Not sure about that, but I do like Smithereen Smash. Nothing else in the pack really of note. This Firo, not anything special really. Okay, so finally we crack an EX card, or X, however you want to say it. Malamar X, I actually like this. I have lost to it a couple times in TCGO. It's a mean card. Comboed with Yveltal X can be just disgusting. I mean, just crazy good. I mean, depending on your flips, really, but whenever you attach an energy, you put your opponent's Pokemon to sleep. That's really good defensively. And then by the time you've got the Maxima move working, I mean, oh god, the potential is insane. Other than that, in this pack, we also got Headringer. This attack, the attacks of Pokemon this card is attached to cost 1 extra colorless energy. When this card is removed from a Pokemon for any reason, put this card in its owner's discard pile. So, these interesting new trainer cards you attach to your opponent's Pokemon, very cool. Nice pack actually to get 2 rares and one of them be an EX. So, not too shabby. So we go back to form with our luck, getting this Swalot, which I got so many of in the real card game. If someone wants a Swalot, tell me, I'll send one to you. And nothing else really, just that Swalot. So that makes up for a good fortune. We get another Headringer, so not bad. Almost got enough to play them now. And not much else in this pack, so hopefully our luck will get better. We get Spiritomb, an interesting card. So your opponent can't evolve their Pokemon if you hit them with this B cancel, well, the one that's defending. And Confusion is, I reckon, a very powerful ability to do 30 damage and confuse. Still got to flip a coin, but not too shabby. And we get the Spirit Link for Gengar as well. Not bad. Okay, we get Manectric X. This guy is actually really good. Can deal 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with Overrun, 20 damage to the actual defending one as well. So that's very good. And Assault Laser, if your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it, does 60 more. So This is really good because a lot of people come in, they chuck on, what is it, is the Macho Brace or Macho Band? Whatever gives them the extra power, or they chuck on like, you know, Rocky Helmet, stuff like that. Assault Laser, coming in, wipe out that Pokemon in one hit, don't have to worry too much about that stuff. A very good Pokemon card. And we also get the Exploud, who's also a rare, but nothing special to him. And interestingly enough, we get this Kingler. I really like the art. I mean, if they had made this 3, he would probably be playable, but 4 is just insane. When are you going to have 4 water energies and willing to put it on a Kingler, 100 health? Just too dangerous, too dangerous. Okay. Oh yeah, now we're talking. We get Aegislash EX, 170 HP. Mighty Shield, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from each of your opponent's Pokemon that has a special energy attached to it. And as I said earlier, special energy has become a big part of the game. I'm actually thinking of a deck with this Aegislash where you have heaps of energy removal. You don't have to really deal with the special energy. You want to leave them with special energy basically. And so they're forced to chuck that stuff on their Pokemon. And then Aegislash kind of just ignores them. As for its attack, it does 20 more damage for each of the steel energy attached to him. Not too bad. I think with this guy, you're going to just be playing steel energy. You know, you're going to be playing a steel deck almost. So you probably have 3 on there and going to deal some nice damage with this Aegislash. But yeah, I think he's going to be an interesting card that shows up a lot. And apart from that, not much else. Alright, we get another Spiritomb. We don't need to really check out the rest. We get a Gourgeist here who has 100 health, but interestingly enough, if it has a grass energy attached to it, its maximum HP is 200. So this guy's a nice little stall, especially because he goes well in the Night March deck, just to stall them out while you're getting Pumpkaboos and all your other stuff into your graveyard. Horror Note, this deck does 10 damage times the number of cards in your hand. I'm not sure how often that's going to be really good. I think this guy's just honestly to get out there and just take hits. Apart from that, not much else. We get a Mashana, and we also get this Luminion, which is just an uncommon, sorry, so not that interesting. Diancie, not too shabby. Sparkle, if the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, it does nothing. I'd love to put this in my Noivern deck, and just annoy my opponent who's just trying to attack and not getting through. But I mean, it is still 50-50. And then you got Diamond Storm that heals 30 damage. So, I mean, you can Sparkle all the way until you can use Diamond Storm, and even if they've hit you one of those times, maybe Diamond Storm will heal some of that energy. A bit of an annoying Pokemon. I reckon a very good stall, and probably going to be good with, you know, those toxic laser things and stuff. And we also get a Mightyena, but, you know, who cares? Venomoth, Golbat, and the Spirit Link. Yeah. Another Gourgeist and a Honchkrow. Honchkrow is interesting. Actually, the last Phantom Forces pack I cracked, I did get a Honchkrow, so pretty good. We get Escavalier. Not really a card I'm going to use that often. You can see it up there if you want to check it out. And also this Blissey, just too much energy. I think it just takes too much energy to get this Blissey going, so not too... Okay, so we get the Florges X. I got one of these in real life, and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use it. I just really like the art. I mean, its face is right up in the camera. Or the shot, or the art, whatever. Search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. That could come in really handy if you're in those clutch positions where you need, what's his name? Team Flare leader. Lysandre, maybe? Just to bring out a Pokemon and finish him off. Lead will be a really good little ability there. Well, not ability, move. Bright Garden, this attack does 20 damage times the number of grass Pokemon and fairy Pokemon you have in play. So, kind of lending towards a fairy grass deck, but yeah, not too bad. And it's got a resistance from Dark, which is actually really relevant because there's a lot of good Dark cards at the moment. Yveltal X, and the other guy we cracked, can't remember his name right now. Malamar. And we also got another Diancie, so this pack was, yeah, like really good. We got this Lampert too, but that's really nothing. 13 packs to go. We get an Exploud. I'm not even going to make that guy big. Marshana and a Verse Seeker. My voice is almost gone, so I'm glad this pack is almost done. Okay, finally, for Relegator. I wanted to show you guys this guy. He's pretty cool. 150 health, Hyper Whirlpool, 60 damage, flip a coin until you get a Tails for each heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That could be brutal. This guy should come in after your opponent brings out like Yveltal X with 4 energies on it, and then you hit it and then just try and knock each one off. Second Strike, if your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this deck does 80 more. That's 160 damage just for having any damage on it. I can see this guy doing some work in a lot of decks. We also got the Yanmega, but who cares about that because we got that for Relegator and he's really cool. Diggersby in this one, Heliolisk. I'm not sure I like this guy that much. So you can discard energies, but he only really needs 2 to do... Like, I don't really like this card. Or cards like it. There's no incentive to put energies on it. Alright, another Manectric X. While you guys look at that, I'm actually going to have a drink of water. Because there's a tickle in my throat and I feel like I'm going to cough. So, you know what he does. You've had a look at him. I've got 2 of those in this thing, so I might be able to make like a Manectric X deck and see how that goes. We get another Talonflame, which is cool. I do like Talonflame. What else have we got? We got this Jellicent. I got 1 million of those in the real live openings of packs. And Mega Gengar X. Oh yeah, 220 health and the ability Phantom Gate. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. So if your opponent puts anything useful on the field, like you are just going to be able to pinch that ability with 220 health. It's pretty good. Resistance to fighting because of Furious Fist was pretty common. I'm not sure how common it is now, but there was all those decks. Lucario X's or just Lucario X, not Mega Lucario. And just getting all the bands on him and getting him to do a ton of damage. This guy will come in not too bad. And he's got jelly beans everywhere, which is cool. And yeah, we got the Omega, but yeah. Another Spiritomb and a Furfuro. Full art Manectric X. Okay, I definitely am going to have to make a Manectric X deck. I mean, look at this guy. He is exciting. That is sweet art. We know what he does because we've already seen 2 of them. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got a full art. That's really nice. We got 2 packs to go. We get a Gourgeist and we also get the Gliscor. Not too bad. Let's see what we can get in our last pack. We get a Heatran, which we've seen. He's not too bad, but we also get this Lysandre's Trump card. I like this guy, but he's not rare or anything. So yeah, not too bad a crack there. I think we got like 5 or 6 Megas. Not Megas, EX cards. No, maybe more. Might have got about 8. I think we got 8. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this pack opening. If you play Pokemon TCGO and there's something you saw that you want to trade for, as long as it's a decent trade, I will be happy to do that because, you know, I pretty much stick almost with the same deck for most of the time. I will want to make other decks, but if you want something that you've seen cracked, definitely just contact me. You know, comment section, personal message, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm Ozzy Dranza, and I'll catch you later.